Okay, I'm back with part 2. I have put a coat of multimedia matte over the transfer to see if that helps take the shine off a little bit. And so while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and start getting my signatures ready. And I'm going to do this in the typical way I do it. And I start off with some tea-stained papers. And this is heavy-duty photocopy paper. It's about, I think it's about 120 GSM. So it's quite a nice thickness. And I've tea-stained it, and as I tea-stained it, I crinkled it up a little bit. That's the way I like to do it. Done it like that for quite a long time. And I don't want my pages any bigger than 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. But actually, that would be, I've just written that down, that would be 7 1/2, because that would be folded. Oh, no, 6 1/2. I'm going to end up doing the same thing I did before, aren't I, if I'm not careful. Okay, so there's only a slight difference in the size that they're going to be. So what's that? These do not have to be cut on the cutter. They don't have to be exact. In fact, I prefer it if they're not quite exact. It gives a nicer look. So I can just rip that like that. And then this size has to be about 6 1/4. And I'm going to use this one as my guide for the rest, that I don't want the rest to be any bigger than this one. This is the maximum size. Otherwise they'll be poking out of my book a bit. Okay. It's 6 1/2. Okay, so we're going to just do that, and that will be the size of the page, the maximum size of the page for in the book. And then all the others can be based off this one. It just makes it easier than measuring everything all the time. And this scrap piece here will not go to waste, because I will just make another page out of that, like that. And I could even make that one a tuck page, although I don't tend to do that with the thicker papers, because the fold can sometimes be a bit too thick. But if it was at the bottom of the page, it's okay. Okay, so already I have 2 pages for one signature. Probably make this a double signature book. Now, see how there's a little slit in my page? That's from when I was staining it up. That's okay. I can put something over that and patch it, which makes it look very natural. So what I'm going to do is I've got, well, that was 1 page, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages here. I'm going to do exactly the same thing with these different sizes, making 2 signatures, and then I will add in different pages to create more interest. So once I've done that, I will be back. So I've folded all of those ones into 2 signatures. I have 5 leaves in each signature, which will make, that's 40 pages in the journal already. And so I've collected together some other things. I have this lovely ledger paper that I can use. I have this, it's some sort of paper, but it's very interesting. I don't know what it's called, but I like to use it, and it already has an aged look to it. So I've got some of that. I have some graph paper. Now, you see the difference there? I will have to tea stain this if I want to use it, because I just don't like it bright white like that. So I can still put it in the pile, and I can just go off and tea stain that as I go along. I have some ruled paper, naturally aged. I also have this paper as well, which is like it's like a bond paper, because there's a slight embossing, well, not embossing, sorry. You can see a name slightly in it. It's the old bond paper that I found thrifting, and they're all found thrifting. Even the bright white one was found thrifting or op shopping. So they're the papers I'm going to use. It seems like a lot, but what I normally do is in between these, I will have one there, maybe one there. So it's 2, 3, 4, maybe 1 on or 2 on the front cover. So maybe 6 extra sheets in the book, which will bring it to 16, 32. So that will give me a journal of approximately 64 pages, give or take, because as I go along I might feel that I need extra page here or there, but that's a nice size for a petite journal, because I don't want it huge. So I'm going to go ahead now and cut these to size, or rip them to size to fit in here. Any of the leftover bits, I don't throw them away. They always come in useful. They can be used for the backs of tags. They can be used for little notepads and things like that. So there's plenty of uses for all these offcuts. So I'll be keeping all of those. And I usually end up using just about all of them throughout the journals I make. So I'll go ahead and continue on, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I've tea stained some of these papers as well. I think I put a rip in one though, did I? Accidentally. So I think it was going to go in there or something. One of them in there, like that, and one of them maybe there. I'll fix that. I'll fix that a bit later. Okay, so that's that so far. 2 of those. And I think I ended up taking a couple of pages out. It felt like there were too many in there, but we'll see. Now, I did coat that, but it's still quite shiny. See that? So I'm going to try one more thing. I mean, it's not bad being shiny. If I can get rid of the shine, I will get rid of the shine. What I have is, I have this, and you know, I know the name of it, but it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. I've had it for several years. You get it from pet supply shops. And I have some glue that dries clear. And I'd say there's a generous teaspoon of that in there. So I'll start with a generous teaspoon of that there. I need that. Okay, we'll try this. So it's been a while since I've made this. I may need more glue in here than that. Definitely will. Look at that. Yeah, definitely will be needing quite a lot more glue than that. And this will make a clear gesso, because I don't have gesso. Oh, I need a stronger stick, I think. Maybe just a little bit more. And you could probably use like, I think I've used like a tacky glue as well. Anything that dries clear, that doesn't leave a shine, well, not much of a shine. The stick is useless for this, but okay, let me just get rid of those. And we will try a little bit of this on here. I won't need a lot, so I better make sure this is airtight. If nothing else, it'll just give it another coating. This is the last thing I've got that I can think of to do. I would just prefer to have a more matte finish to it, that's all. It's just a preference, you know. I'm not one that likes shiny stickers very much either. It's just one of those things. And I could probably give it a bit of a sand, but it'll take it right off, so I don't want to do that. And I don't have any talcum powder or anything like that. We don't have that sort of thing. So we will try this. So that, I just got to make sure I get the complete transfer part. Right, okay, so you can see where I've put that on, and this will dry a lot quicker. Oh, don't make a mess, Jeanette. Now, I don't mind if it has a couple of streaks going through it. So I'm going to leave that and see how that works. Hopefully that will work. I'll just go and clean my brush. Alright, so while that's drying, I'm thinking I don't often do this, but I want to perhaps, oh, and that is, see the difference between tea staining that paper, and that's what it was before. Okay, so I'm going to make perhaps, I've done this in a couple of journals a while ago, signature covers from the beautiful papers. I think that would be nice, because they're here to be used. I think that with that, okay. I probably should use the larger paper, because these little tags are suitable for the size of this journal. So put that smaller one there and get the bigger. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so, oh, I love this. Isn't it beautiful? That. And it's got gold flecks through it. How lovely. So I could use that for one of them, which would be nice. Okay, I don't want to dawdle too much. Let's say 6¼ in height. So, like that, by 6½ So that can be one cover. It doesn't look big enough, does it? Doesn't look big enough. Surely it is. It's not. Did I cut it the wrong way? 6¼ high by 6½. Maybe it's because it's going around everything. That's quite all right. You know, I can actually fix that quite easily. And I've done this before as well. If you cut something wrong, and that is to just fold it over like that. So the front is right, and I will stitch another piece there. That will be fine. So that will be one, and I've still got these beautiful pieces here. So it needs to be another ½ inch, doesn't it? So maybe 7. I'll cut the next one. So let's find what we can use for the next one. That one's really pretty. It has to be appropriate on both sides. That's the thing. That one, I could use that. I love that one. Okay, we'll use that. But I will use, I won't use the girl. I think I'll use the, just let me concentrate for a minute. What did I say? I wanted 7 this time. Okay. It's raining. Just can't make up its mind what it wants to do. It's quite warm today. Let's have a look. We'll put that there like that. Should be there like that, and that on that side, which will be pretty. So like that, right? So that's our signature, and plus it has that lovely blue inside. Having a little here. Oh, isn't that one pretty there? It's so pretty. Oh, we've got these. That one's pretty. That one's pretty too. That one. Right, okay, so I could perhaps use so that will probably go like that. So I want something that's going to complement that there, which I'm thinking, yeah, oh, that one's, it's too big, isn't it? although I could cut the inside part out. I could. Yes, I could. And then on the other one, this lovely rose I could use. Okay, let's start with that. So I might just take it like that to go on there, and then the rose, which is so lovely. That can go there and there. That will be pretty, like that. And this one, I will cut this. I'll cut the scallop off and put the scallop on there as well. Alright, so they're cut out nicely for those signature covers, and then on the back here I just cut an extra strip and I will attach that on there like that. I could quite easily leave a little gap as a tuck spot if I wanted to as well, which I might do. I might do that. I think that would be quite cute. So now I'm just going to zigzag down here and here so that I can kind of glue that on, I think, like that. I may need to put lace and things like that on there as well. Yeah. Okay, I'll just put a zigzag stitch on that with the sewing machine. Okay, so that's stitched. I'm using a very pale pink thread for that, and I've just taken the cover off. I'm just going to line it up like that and see where it needs to be. And put a bit of glue. Put a little bit of glue to hold it in place. Like that. That way it'll hold its place, because I wouldn't want the tuck below the little butterfly, so I'm going to put a bit on the butterfly as well there. Oops, too far. I have to remember not to glue it to that. There. There. And just a bit across, a little bit across the top. Yeah. There we go. Like that. And like that. And then I can just trim that little bit off at the end. Oh, hang on. I do need to just put a bit of glue, a tiny bit of glue all the way down. Yeah, because because I don't want it poking out this side. There we go. That will be that cover like that. That's quite nice, and so that has a little tuck spot in there, and that one will be going there. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to be adding, you know, lace and things like that to start off with, just to plan it out and get an idea of where what I'm doing, I will just clip them to there, like that. They could also be pockets if I want them to be at some stage. So, okay, isn't she pretty? Now I'm not sure which is going to be the first signature or the second signature. It doesn't really matter at this stage. I also cut that one out. I like the rose though, I think it's nice. Oh, there's that. I can use that somewhere else, it's okay. That one just takes up a bit more space on there, I think. Alright, now what? Let's check on this. Oh, that seems to have worked. Look, no shine. No shine. Oh, that's good, isn't it? It's slightly different colour, but I think I put all my bits. I think, you know, by the time I get it decorated, mind you, I could go back and just put a little bit more on the rest of it to give it that same colour if I want, which actually I might do, just so that it's the same sort of colour, and it will protect it as well. Oh, that's good. I'm so happy that worked. Yeah, so I do have all my pieces stitched and everything ready for the cover when I've finished doing what I'm doing, and I'm thinking it's only a very slight difference in colour, but it's enough to annoy me, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. And just on the front cover, I don't need it, and mainly there because the lady will be covering most of that area. So, where it joins there. Just in case there's any other. Have a look. Okay, that will hopefully do it. And that didn't take long to dry either. Alright, so what have we done this video? We've made our signatures, we've put the little signature covers together. I've fixed that up. So now I need to go clean my brush. What I normally do now is go and add a bit of stitching to some of the pages, just so that when I start going through, I'm not just sat here with a blank page. It's got something, at least something on it. See, little things like this, they can be added as well, like one of those badge things, they can be added. So I keep little bits like this. But I'll go and I'll do some zigzag on some pages, not every page. And And that will help me get started. And then, yeah, so I'll do straight stitching on some pages. It might not be all the way around the page. It might be a strip down the side or a strip across the top. I'll do some zigzag. I'll do, I think I've got like a little herringbone type of stitch I quite like using as well. So I'll use that on the pages, and I'll just, whatever the page sort of says to me at the time, then that's exactly what I will do. And then I'll start adding to things. So I'll be back once I've done some stitching, and I'll be using the same pale pink thread. I will also stitch around that square part inside there on that, and I will probably stitch around this one as well. I could quite easily go and put a stitch along here, as long as it's not going to ruin anything on the other side. So, oh yeah, on that cover, as long as it's not going to ruin, oh, I do like that, anything on the other side. I could even do a stitch around the circle as well, maybe from there to there. We'll see. We'll see what happens, and then I'll be back. Alright, so all the stitching is done, and it may not seem like a lot, but it actually adds, well, personally, I think a bit of stitching on the pages adds to the look of a journal so much. It's only a little thing, but it really does, it gets you started, which is nice. And I've only just used the 3 different stitches, the zigzag, the straight stitch, and I'm not sure if it is herringbone stitch, but this one here, it's really cute. I don't have a lot of fancy stitches on my sewing machine because I've never really needed them. So that's done, and I'm happy with how that's looking so far. And they will go in like that, and that's done. So I can probably put my cover together, if I can remember how how I was going to do it. I think that's it. I think that's how I wanted it, like that. What do you think for my cover? And I thought I would do a bit of stamping on this plain part here, just to take the plainness away from it. See, my phone's gone funny again. Oh, where's that butterfly? The butterfly isn't even on it. Oh my goodness, so I must have made that decision later. Okay, that looks all right, doesn't it? I think that will be pretty. Now, the decision now is, oh, and the decision now is lace. Do I want to incorporate a bit of lace as I stick all this on? And I will be gluing it on because I've already stitched around what I wanted to stitch around. I have the lovely laces that came with the kit, see, and I thought a little bit of it would be nice on the cover. So I could put some here, I'm thinking. Maybe a bit of that one. Something that will stand out just a little bit in there like that. Because that will be on the spine, so that will be nice. Okay, let me just cut a piece of that off. Isn't that pretty lace? Maybe I'll put it that way. So under like that. So that will go there. Like that. That's quite nice, isn't it? Something over here as well. There's a really pretty one here. So pretty. I wonder, I don't think it's too bright. I think it would be quite nice just to tuck in behind there, I'm thinking. Cut it there. Like that. Make sure I get the right way up. That way. Like that. That's pretty. Yes, I like that. So you don't need to add a lot to make it look nice. There. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on here. Oh, I've also got I have to bring the kit over here so I remember what's in it. If it's not in front of me, I've also got these beautiful book pages, haven't I? I could incorporate a little bit of book page on the front as well, I think. That would be nice. Oh, they're beautiful. Feels so nice. Like that. Yeah. Put that there, a bit of stamping. I've still got my name to sort of come on the front there as well. So I think we'll start off with that. I also want to put a little bit of sari silk on as well. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go and what am I going to do? I have to work out. Oh, look, I've got those fabric tack things as well. I've never used fabric tack. Okay, so first I'm just going to start gluing a few things down. I'm sorry, I usually sort of do this without recording these pieces. So it takes a while sometimes. Okay, that can go right there, I think. There. Stick it on before I change my mind. And this little one. Go right. I might have to put it there like that, because that little butterfly is facing that way, so we'll have this one facing that way. Okay, so we want that there. That has to be there. Right, what is this? Let me see. you get 2 of these in the kit. I think that's fabulous, especially since I've never tried it. Oh, I see. Okay, that one. Just need to. And there's a little point in the top of the cap, and then you just push it down and it releases the glue. Oh, okay. And then we put this on nice and straight. Well, isn't that adorable? Okay. And so I shall just put a little bit of this on the fabric. There we go. And just dot it a little bit where it won't be seen. Like that. About there, I think it was. Try and get quite straight. Got it on my fingers. There, okay. Let's just pop that back on there so it doesn't leak out. All right, so the lady was going here like that. I think maybe up just a little, I think. Oh, there's this other little trim I could put down the bottom, which would be pretty. Where is it? This one. This is lovely. And I can use that either way, whichever way. I like the one with a little bit more texture. So I think I'm going to put that on my front cover and sit her up just a little bit. Then we'll cut it there. Like that. Like that. That should be fine. Should I have it? I could just have it dangling ever so slightly, but not a lot because I don't want it, you know, in the way. Let's just put it on here. That. Just leave that for a minute. Okay, so that's that. I'm just using some stamps on this piece here. Being careful to get the excess ink off the corners though, if I can. And hopefully, yes, that's pretty. Okay, so that one, there's another one here. That. And here's these tiny weeny little ones. I will use a couple of those as well, just to fill in that gap. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. There. There. Okay, just a few little stamps on the back to fill in that gap, I think will be nice. And that is the hickory smoke, that one. Put that over there. Put these away. And continue with my gluing. Okay, now I just have to let it dry before I can fold it again. I can see the lines where I need to fold it, but I want to make sure it's completely stuck down first. I'm quite happy with that. There's room for my little tag at the back there, which is nice. And I think this will be the end of this video, part 2. Part 3 will be starting to put some tuck spots and tags. Need to make some tags up, all the fun stuff. Okay, so just in case you didn't know, these laces here come with the kit. So these laces here come with the kit. Where's that? Oh, I've forgotten one. I thought I'd forgotten one. Put that in there as well. I'll be pulling them out next time because we're going to be decorating pages and things. That's where I'll be using my laces. So, okay, so beautiful laces with the kit as well. The papers, the French papers. Also, there are other things that I will be pulling out in the next video as well. The front there and the back. And the signatures started, and they will go in there like that. So very nice. Okay, I will see you in part 3. I hope you're enjoying this. I haven't really done any journal tutorials for quite a while, so bear with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.